Good morning, everybody. Welcome to episode 2 of A Dark Sands Journey Through Film. I am your host, Wes Dark Sand Berrien, and today we're going to do part 1 of a 3-part series on the Street Fighter, the movie franchise. This movie stars Jean-Claude Van Damme, Raul Julia, Ming Na Wen, and Kylie Minogue, just to name a few. And I'm going to be breaking this movie down into 6 categories: casting, fun, source material, what it got right, what it got wrong, and finally, my final thoughts. First, we're going to get into casting. And I know this movie was done in '94, back when Jean-Claude Van Damme was pretty big, but to cast someone with a very strong foreign accent to play the typical U.S. Army badass, it was kind of a miscast in my opinion. My other hang-ups when it comes to casting is the fact that some of the people that they cast were not martial artists. And for a game, which I will get into in a second about the source material, you can't have actors who don't know martial arts portraying martial artists, some of the strongest martial artists, in the game's world. Fun. Is this movie fun? As a gamer, I have to say yes, it is a pretty fun movie. You take a game that features at least 12 martial artists from around the world, and you take out the tournament aspect of these characters fighting amongst one another to get to a specific goal, and it falls a little flat. Because now you have to create a story in which all of these characters coexist and are working together to pursue a common goal. Honestly, I think that the Street Fighter movie got quite a few things right. There were some castings that I think were spot on. Where this movie went wrong is it tried to do too much with the characters that it had. It tried to make every single character a main star, with the exception of maybe 2. Of course, Guile, Jean-Claude Van Damme's character, he was the money maker. He was bringing money to the film. Of course, they're going to focus on his character, but sorry to say, all you Guile fans, Street Fighter was never about Guile. It was actually about Ryu. Could they have done better? Yes, they certainly could. Did they make the best with what they had? Yeah, I think at the end of the day, if the movie wasn't about Street Fighter, like I said, it probably would still be a cult classic today. But because they based it on something that so many people love, that so many people spend hundreds of hours playing to this day, there are still Street Fighter tournaments to this day. And I mean, I'm not talking about Street Fighter 4 or 5. I'm talking about Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Turbo. I'm talking about old school. I'm talking about arcade classics. There are still tournaments where people line up just to play. And when you try to make something that so many people love, you have to think about the people who made it famous before you think about the people who you want to watch it. Because the mainstream, the people that go to the movies just for the entertainment value, the people who just want to take their kids to see a movie just to shut them up for a few hours. Those aren't the people that made the source material popular. Those aren't the people who spent hundreds of thousands of dollars just to stand in line to play. With that being said, that concludes episode 2 and part 1 of our journey through Street Fighter. Next is going to be Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li. And if you thought this episode was bad, wait till you hear what I have to say about that movie. Thank you for watching. Like and/or subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure you hit that little button, ring my bell, and that way you'll be updated whenever I post a video.